Hey everybody, time to talk about Chapter 2, The Shadow of the Past. So, Chapter 1 closes up and Bilbo heads off on his holiday, his very long holiday, his holiday that he doesn't intend to return from. And poor Frodo is, handing out Bilbo's belongings and dealing with his estate. We're introduced to the ring in a little more detail by Gandalf before he goes and takes off. So Frodo kind of gets the sense there's something weird about this ring. He probably shouldn't wear it. Just kind of put it away. Don't worry about it. Almost 20 years go by. I'm not sure if you catch this, but Chapter 2, while not being a terribly long chapter, a lot of time passes. Gandalf goes off to do some research. We definitely missed this. If you've seen the films, you're not going to gather that 20-some years have passed because Frodo looks exactly the same. And, just... we don't know what's going on. Why has Gandalf been gone so long? Well, he comes back and he suddenly really needs to be talking to Frodo about the ring. So to bring Frodo up to speed, he gives him kind of the Cliff's Notes history of the ring and its previous bearers. So we find out that Elendil, the king of men, back in the great battle with Sauron, Elendil cuts the ring from Sauron's hand, and Sauron's body is toast, it's destroyed, but the ring endures and goes on to Elendil's son, Isildur. So Isildur doing his thing, chilling with the ring, enjoying it, and then ends up ambushed by orcs one day. Basically everybody gets wiped out in this situation. Isildur jumps into the river trying to swim away while wearing the ring. He's trying to sneak off, be invisible, and go. Well, the ring has other plans. It says in the text that the ring decided to let Isildur go. So we find out here that the ring kind of seems to have its own influence over events from time to time, when its will is strong enough, apparently. So poor Isildur gets nerfed by the orcs because they can see him now because the ring is gone. So the ring said, all right, time to go live at the bottom of the river instead of with Isildur. Kind of harsh. And it chills in the river for a very long time. And then it's found by a couple of river folk, namely Deagle and Smeagol. Deagle finds the ring, immediately is taken by it, says, I really like this ring. Smeagol thinks the same thing, says, give it to me because it's my birthday. And Deagle says no. So, as most rational people would do, Smeagol went ahead and just strangled Deagle to death and took the ring for himself. A little bit ominous, perhaps. And then we kind of come to figure out, Smeagol, that's Gollum. So he goes to his cave under the Misty Mountains, and then, next thing we know, enter Bilbo Baggins. Now, Gandalf makes a comment here about how the ring really didn't intend for Bilbo to be the next ring bearer. I haven't thought a lot about the consequences of that. Maybe we'll discuss that in the chat, but it's interesting to kind of ponder what are the implications of the ring getting a bearer that it really didn't plan for, and what does that mean for Bilbo himself. So, flash forward, we're back, Gandalf's done telling the story, and Frodo is just revolted by just the very mention of Gollum. He doesn't want anything to do with Gollum. He thinks Gollum is, just scum of the earth, which, not really that hot of a take. Gollum's not a great dude, but Gandalf kind of comes to Smeagol's defense a little bit there and kind of points out, hey, he's not so unlike you and me. He's wretched, no doubt. And he also makes the comment about, hey, he hated sunlight. He hated people. He hated himself, but most of all, he hated the ring. And Frodo's like, what the heck? What do you mean he hated the ring? He sat there for 500 years with this stupid thing, and it's his precious. He loves it. How can he hate it? Why wouldn't he just get rid of it? Well, enter the will of the ring, enter the effects of the ring, enter the effects of addiction and, kind of all the psychologies around that. So I don't think it's too much of a stretch of the imagination to understand that, there are things in our lives that we can hate and love at the same time. And so that was very much true for Gollum and his ring. But now Frodo is the ring bearer. And we find out by the end of Chapter 2 that, Gollum kind of ratted them out. He has told the servants of the enemy that the ring is in the Shire with somebody named Baggins, which narrows it down quite a bit, unfortunately, for Frodo. So basically Gandalf's advice and it's just fervent warning is like, yeah, it's time to go. You're going to have to leave. You can't stay here. And then we move into chapter 3, which is when the journey begins in earnest and Frodo's got to get out of town. Time to get out of Dodge. Really enjoyed this chapter. I felt like it kind of clued us into a lot of the important background. It delivered it in a better way than I think the prologue was able to. So we definitely get some good context for the ring and understand that, yeah, this is a big baddie. We don't want this in our lives, but we gotta certainly get it out of the Shire and figure out what to do next. So looking forward to talking more about the journey itself, and keep tuning in, keep discussing in Fable or on Facebook, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Have a great one.